What is the significance of the conclusion of ambitious India-UK FTA? What lies for Indian economy as well as for Indian consumers, and the concessions that have been given to UK, what will be the impact on the domestic economy? Where everyone was looking towards India and US free trade agreement, India has come in and surprised everyone, where India-UK comprehensive economic and trade agreement has been finalized, and it seems like an ambitious and significant one. Hello everyone, welcome to Vajiram and Ravi's Flash News. My name is Shubhangi Singh, and today we are going to understand the main pointers related to this free trade agreement that has been signed between India and UK. What are the benefits that are coming India's way? What are the benefits that are going UK's way? And what to expect in coming time? When we talk about this India-UK Comprehensive Economic Trade Agreement, we have to understand that it aims to double the bilateral trade agreement from present 56 billion US dollars to almost 120 billion dollars in next coming 5 years. And this free trade agreement is something that has been in negotiations since 2007. It has been in great discussion, especially since 2022, between 3 UK Prime Ministers that have been seen. And finally, after Labour Party's win, PM Kair has been able to finalize it with India. It is a good news not just for India but for UK itself, because UK always had trade deficit in terms of the trade that was between India and UK. India has always enjoyed a trade surplus in terms of the imports and exports that are happening between two countries, and this trade agreements comes as a very good news in the times of global trade chaos that we are seeing, especially from the end of US. India and US has not been able to come to a clear consensus in terms of free trade agreement, and India has turned its side toward UK and finalized one. Now, this is more important from India's perspective, the reason being, after India's exit from RCEP, Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, in 2009, which was not addressing India's concern, India turned towards the Western world, and UK being India's one of the most important partners. If we look at the rankings, UK usually stands somewhere around 9th, 10th, 11th in terms of trade, and this marks a significant move. Now, more in terms of what are the numbers that have been decided. So, if we talk about the trade deal and the numbers associated, we find multiple positive factors like 99% of Indian exports to UK will enjoy duty-free access. That means a huge push to export orientation. Other than that, 56 billion bilateral trade will be doubled by 2030. FTA will cover almost 100% of trade value. That means all the goods that have been traded up until now, they are mostly covered in the free trade agreement that we are talking about. Indian farmers are going to get access to UK's market, which is a good news that will facilitate better income to the farmers. Then there is also going to be a 900 million plus boost that is expected in leather and footwear exports for India. 75,000 Indian workers are exempted from UK social security for 3 years. That will give us the benefit of almost $40,000 billion in coming years. Then gems and jewelry exports, they might double in the coming years. Indian professionals are exempted from UK social security for 3 years. Electronics exports from India are going to be duty free. Medical devices are also on zero duty, and much more. But now let us break all of this down, because it might be coming as a lot of information. So let us start with understanding that what is India's major gain. What are the advantages that India is going to enjoy? The first advantage, that most of the goods in this trade agreement will be duty free. That means if India is selling something from 100 rupees in India, when it will go to UK, there is no additional duty that is being charged by the government, and that will bring in export competitiveness. Second, there will be a direct boost to textiles, leathers, gems, and marine and agriculture. Food tariffs that have been cut down from 70% to 0% on most items, and then we will be talking about the jobs aspect and services separately. Now that means these are the key areas which are going to get benefit. That means Indian exports are going to get benefit in these key industries. Now when we talk about services and mobility benefits, now let us talk about jobs, because it would be easier for professionals to get easier UK entry if they are from industries such as culinary, yoga teachers, IT, etc. There have been 36 service sectors which have been outlined, which will be open, and 2-year work allowance without any local office will be given. You have to understand that this is in very much in line with the fact that India is becoming a global workforce hub as well, where India is getting special attention in terms of UAE Golden Visa for skilled professionals. Russia is ready to get 1.5 million workers, skilled workers from India. And now this agreement where there is facilitation, easier entry for professionals into UK and 2-year work allowance as well. Apart from that, 40 billion rupees would be saved yearly via social security exemption that we are talking about. And furthermore, there is push for mutual recognition of qualification. So if somebody is qualified in India to be a nurse, that qualification would be valid in UK as well. Now moving ahead and talking about other aspects such as what gets cheaper in India. I think that is the highlight when we are talking about multiple goods coming in from UK, be it scotch, be it automobiles, be it aerospace and electrical goods, and especially UK healthcare and professional services are going to get cheaper. Instantly there will be a tariff cut, but gradually more tariff cuts will be coming along. Apart from that, there are certain key concessions that India has given to UK. So when we are talking about key concession, what are those? In terms of automobile imports, the tariffs on UK made vehicles have been reduced. There have been reduction in terms of gradual cuts with minimum price safeguard for domestic alcohol industry, and public procurement is another highlight. So UK can bid on Indian government tenders for less than $2 billion for especially non-sensitive sectors. This has been another highlight for UK's economy. Then we are moving ahead and discussing that what are the key concessions in terms of IPR, that is intellectual property right. So this is the place there has been preference given to voluntary licensing. Furthermore, patent holders, they are allowed to delay information disclosure for 3 years, and there are concerns related to that there will be reduced access to affordable medicines. But these concerns are something that India has to watch out and gradually address as well. Especially in terms of IPR, this has been major key negotiation that India was looking forward to, and India has softened its stand to finalize the free trade agreement that we have been talking about. Now coming to the last point, that what is the strategic implication in here. So this has been the largest public procurement opening by India in any free trade agreement that we are seeing. UK will definitely gain a big amount when we are talking about increase in GDP. India is seamlessly integrating with global market and taking away the tag of protectionism, where we are moving towards promotion, and there are further bilateral IT talks to further deepen the ties. But there are certain concerns that need to be understood so as to look into the implementation part of it, but also what impact this will have on domestic industries and how this free trade agreement will align with the concept of Make in India. I would like to leave you with the factual question. Many of the people do not know the difference between UK and the Great Britain. So I would like you to put in the comment section the countries which are part of United Kingdom and the countries which are part of Great Britain. Now that was all from my side. Thank you so much.